Boxing Hall of Famer, Golden Boy co-owner, and the legend himself, Bernard B. Hop, the alien Hopkins. Give some insight what we just saw, man.
I'm feeling real good right now, and let me tell you, the night we watch a future greatness come to fruition, and I'm talking about not only just the ending of it. That's easy to say, and sometimes that could be overhyped. I'm looking at the recovery. I'm looking at the adjustments. I'm also looking at the direction of all those things that a young fighter experience at a level where you must show that you're ready mentally and physically for that next level. When you're talking about the top 2, 3 in that division, and also the king right now in that division is Crawford, based on longevity, based on what he have accomplished. That is Crawford. When you start seeing this generation on the heels of any weight division, a star, we got to do interviews. We got to talk about what we witnessed, and we got to talk about not just the ending, and I want to be clear, not just how it ended. Obviously, that's the icing on the cake. I'm talking about what do you look for when you know a fighter is ready for that legacy challenge. I say that again, legacy challenge. Because from here on, the next fight, I'm pushing, like everybody else here at Golden Boy, is pushing to get Crawford next. And that's where legacy is built from this generation until their legacy is done or their time is up.
So would it be safe to say you've been impressed by Mr. Ortiz, but today it's like you graduated, young man.
I was impressed. Yeah, well, I think the PhD has been granted. I think when I expressed my feelings early about what I see, it was for that moment. Every time I watch and witness what I expect to be when it's full bloom, that is the talent itself, I didn't expect I'm gonna see it as quick as I seen it, but knowing it was coming. I didn't expect to see it as quick that I seen it or did see it or have seen it, but I'm not surprised. I am not surprised because the buildup of what he has done up to tonight was unbelievable based on all the things that happened tonight. He got hurt early. He never wavered. Second round. He never wavered. He tried to match mono with mono. Sometimes that's not wise. Sometimes you gotta blow some steam off your opponent and then take him into like a little deep water than he's not accustomed to. And then you drown him. And that's where the thinking of the experience is starting to sink in and starting to be a complete fighter. Not yet, but will be very soon.
How do you keep the cycle of boxing? Because we know when Floyd was fighting, he was like, Keith Thurman was his mandatory for 2 years. Never fought, and they kind of like that generation. Now those guys in that same position, and they keep wanting to see Vergil and Boots in this fight, but none of them want to fight either of those two guys. Yeah. They're almost in the same boat, so they're on opposite sides of the street. So how do y'all keep for them not fighting each other until they're older and fight these guys, these Thurmans, these Porters,
I can
and
say
Crawfords?
I can say, yeah, and first of all, you're right. It's a lot of hypocritical, mindsets in this business. But to hold them accountable, it takes the fighter of that company to continue to keep winning and continue to call these guys out. And you know what? And everybody has a job. You have an opportunity of loyal to boxing, not necessarily to a promoter or to a fan, but loyal to boxing to get people which you gather and which you report or which you get to report. And I think that when you do that, I think the pressure of fighters or managers or promoters saying that they want something but they really don't want it, they're going to have to either run out of town, pack their bags, and leave the country. See, I don't want them to go to another country out of the 36 states. I want them, because see, they still under the banner of scrutiny. They must leave the country. I advised the fighters that fought tonight, be on a mission to run fighters out of the country in your division if they don't want to fight. And if you don't want to fight, then you should leave the country and fight somewhere else where they will fight you. Because right now, either you with it or you're not. I mean, this ain't a get down, lay down. This is a understanding that the fans out there, and I can say I'm speaking for most of them, over 70% of them, maybe 80, and they will respond back to your interview or our interview. They want to see fights that matters. No bullshit. It's over. It's a new sheriff in town, and I'm exposing it.
And final question, how long do you think it'll take before we see a official belt, a big boy belt, around Mr. Ortiz?
I'll say before the spring of 2022.
So what's coming?
Yeah. I mean, you think about the time left in this year. September is knocking hard. School is ready to start.
They started already here in Texas. They started this week.
Yeah. Most schools in America is already started, as you mentioned. It's going to be in full bloom by next month, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we basically, with a few meaningful fights this year, is really, in the promoting business, you already got some type of idea for 2022, correct? If not, you 4 or 5 months back. Especially coming off a year inactive, basically most of the years through the pandemic, correct? So there's no time for the mumbo jumbo of the BS. The fighters have to be able to speak for themselves when they get an opportunity. But I'm speaking for boxing. Put up or shut up. All the talk is over. It's time now to go ahead, your representation, your representative, and your reputation is on the line right now.
So you don't care about streets then? You on this side of the street, I got my side of the street, take care of your side of the street, you don't believe in all that?
No. The street is mine no matter where I go. I make it mine. So that's how they gotta believe in. If they do, if they don't, then I understand. So I can't force somebody to be something that they know they're not. But for those who are, wherever side you on, it doesn't really matter. As long as you think you have the one or the one, then let's see. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying, okay, you say you got the best whatever. I say I know I got the best whatever. So what do? Right? We make it happen. You do what you need to do and think about one thing that's most important. The sport that we claim we all love and enjoy and been a part of it one way or the other, then let's just give it and pay homage to that emotions of it.
You sound like you ready to get back in the ring.
Yeah, like I did tonight, to congratulate the champion, the warrior. To me, the breath of fresh air in boxing right now. Yes, and it's a lot of accolades. I mean, and I don't hype anybody up or talk one way or another way to promote something, because my credibility is always on the line when I open my mouth.
That's why we talk to you.
And I don't just talk because I like doing interviews. I say what I say because that's how I feel, and I'm not wavering from that. Disagree or agree, one thing for sure, I don't think anybody is crazy enough to say I don't know boxing. And I definitely know politics also. And I also know the bullshit.